What's up, guys? Fabian Byers here, real estate investor. Like my background, basically, realist is like, besides being short for real estate, it's also mindset, about being real with myself, real with others. And then that bridge you see, that's the George Washington Bridge, which I like to think of as the bridge of opportunity from Upper Manhattan, where I live, to North Jersey, where I focus on real estate investing. Price points are better. So, welcome to this brief series. It's Realist 12 Keys for New Real Estate Investors. So, just going to share some information. Not that I'm the biggest expert or anything. Well, you guys in my collar, man. Gotta look right, you know. Hopefully, you and yours are well during these times. Part of me is, would have gotten a haircut by now, but we obviously have bigger things we're dealing with. Um, so just want to share this information for new investors. Um, 12 keys, 12 tips, 12 gems, whatever you want to call it, that I think it will serve new investors in their journey. And there are different ways to go about it in terms of being involved in real estate. But I think the first key is your motivation. Why are you doing it? Anytime you do something, you want to have a clear sense of why you're doing it. So motivation is very important. Obviously, when you think of real estate, real estate traditionally over the history of mankind has been one of the time-tested builders of wealth. It's just a foundation of wealth. And so that, the high margins that someone can make from selling a house, from buying a distressed property, fixing it up, flipping it, or buying it, fixing it, and holding it for rental property, which is what I focus on. There's different avenues to go about it. Some people are excellent real estate salespersons and brokers. I'm a real estate salesperson in New York. So there's different avenues in terms of, you know, operating in real estate. Uh, but no matter what you do, I think it's important to keep in mind not just the money that you could potentially make, but also what your motivation is. Why do you want to do something? Why do you want to do it? Because everything involves work, and you want to have a clear understanding of what's your why, what's your reason. Like for me, since I'm making this video, well, let me be, I got to keep it real, got to be honest. I after being downsized from jobs, being let go, being told I wasn't good enough for that job, after you know during a certain point in my life, after the last recession, which caught me in 2010, I was downsized from a job and then went about sending a bunch of resumes and never getting called, never being considered. And you go through that and you go through that and you get to a point where you want to take control. I wanted to take control of my future, of my finances. I didn't want to leave it in the hands of someone else to see my resume and choose me and call me in for an interview. There's a lot of bullshit out there with that. So I was tired of that. And even as a real estate salesperson, even then, you're an independent contractor. Yeah, you're in business for yourself, but you're still at the mercy of clients that may or may not choose you, may or may not agree on the broker fee to pay you for your services. I'm talking especially dealing with rentals. Obviously, it's a little more cut and dry with sales, but you're not really in full control. And I'm at the point where I just wanted to take full control of what I was doing and really be in the driver's seat of my future, if you will, of my financial future, especially. So that's what drove me to take the leap finally. Um, and I did that in 2019. My brother and I, we bought a distressed two-family house in Paterson, New Jersey. And we picked Paterson because there's still upside there. We made some good contacts that operate in that city, that know that city very well. So we jumped in and you know, we got busy, and in about a 3 month time frame, we renovated that two-family property. We got tenants in place, and now it's cash flowing. You know, we have an income producing property. We used a hard money lender and paid them off, took care of them, and everything. You know, and then just working through taking care of our tenants, making sure things are right. But you know, my motivation was to be in control, to be in control of my future, to be in that driver's seat, because I was tired. Why was I tired? I was tired of putting my financial future in the hands of someone else, an employer. You know, I think if you have half a brain, anybody can see that there are a lot of jobs and a lot of industries that really do not offer a lot of security. I mean, you know, obviously, as I'm recording this, this is during the COVID-19 pandemic. And one day you have a job, the next day you don't, you know, or at least you're furloughed, you know, and who knows, some of those businesses, some of those employees will get back to operating and being involved in their business and their occupation, but unfortunately many won't, you know, so it's messed up. But getting back to the topic, you want to have a clear motivation. Why do you want to do it? Because I tell you, money is not enough. Money is not enough. Money is a motivator, but it's not enough, because if you start a journey and you start an endeavor and you're not really into it, you're not 100% into it, I can tell you it's going to be very difficult to stick it out in the bad times, especially if there's a learning curve that you're dealing with, and you don't know what you don't know, and then maybe you're not making money yet. So you know, it's you got to have a burning desire, a why, you know, and then hopefully through your good work, there can be profitability there. So that was the first one. That was the first key. Again, your motivation, your why. Stay tuned for the next one, which is building your team / staying local. Thanks.